Stepping into the mountainous villages of Guizhou province, people can see a strange scene. Women beating the newly made indigo cloths with wooden melons on the slate. We can't help but wonder why. What is that cloth? This is dong cloth, also known as langbu. It is woven with fine and dense cotton yarns. China is an ancient country of weaving. From the city to the countryside, weaving isn't something new for Chinese. Yet, in the weaving procedure, from weaving to dyeing, maybe we can't find another nationality that has beading as part of the procedure. After the dyeing, Dong people will apply a layer of egg white to the cloth. This is called miange by the Dongs. Then comes the beating. The cloth is evenly laid on the slate and is beaten with a wooden mallet. After repeated beating, the color of the cloth deepens and brightens up, and the cloth fiber becomes softened and thinned. Clothes made from such cloth are cool and durable. The Dongti is an ethnic group in South China with a population of about 2.5 million people. The Dong ancestor was a branch of the ancient tribe Yue. It was at the forefront of human civilization. 7,000 years ago, the Hemudu people had already mastered high agriculture cultivation skills. These creators of the Hemudu culture were the very ancestors of the Yue people. The Dong is good at constructing. Their villages are usually located along rivers and next to mountains. Their houses have 2 floors. The ground floor is for the livestock, and the second, the family members. The forepart of the second floor is the porch, which is spacious and bright. It's their restroom, while the inner part is for dining and warming. The fireplace is in this room, and their ancestors are made offerings there too. Dong villages have unique features. They are scattered in verdant mountains and embraced by dense forests. The beautiful wind-rain bridge lies across the river, while stone stairs and tiled roads meander from the village foot to afar. The Dongs believe that the tree god is the most powerful of all gods. When a new life is born, they will plant pine trees in the valley for him. Thus, when the baby grows up 20 years later, he can fell these trees for his new house. The ancient environmental protection is buried deeply in their hearts and is passed down as an excellent nationality culture. It is said that whenever the Dongs move to a new place, the first construction is the drum tower. It is their village or tribe emblem. In the ancient ethnic society, each ethnic group had their living areas. They needed to have a public place to handle their own affairs. The drum tower is just such a place. To construct such a building demands pooled efforts and contributions. Some complex drum towers can demand several or even dozens of years to make it. People put up a monument beside the drum tower after the construction. They recorded all the participators' contributions on the stone, so the offspring will never forget.
这个功德碑呢，就是建造这鼓楼的时候，大家谁家出了什么力，资源呐、捐献了什么物质，比如钱呐、物啊，这个比如木材呀、还有就是组织建造这个鼓楼的领头人呐、大家都
镌刻在上面，
把这个他的名字刻在这个碑上面，以流芳百世，让子孙后代都知道我们的祖先为了建造这样美好的家园所付出的劳动，让大家后人都知道，要效仿我们的祖先，热爱公益事业，乐于这个公共事业这种精神。
There is usually a pool of spring water beside the monument, and it is conducted by bamboos from the river. By the Dong ancestors' grace, passengers can rest their weary feet by the fireplace or quench their thirst with the sweet spring water. They can appreciate the kindness of their ancestors by the monument. The drum tower is the spirit of the whole village. Whenever a big event happened, the village head gathered the villagers in the drum tower and shared the discussion. The village rules and regulations were also made there. The leather drum on the tower top is for village affairs. No one is allowed to beat it without the permission of the village head. A dedicated man acts as the drummer. Different things have different drum beats. Meetings, fire alarms, and bandit alarms all have their own drum beat. When danger emerges, villagers will gather there quickly and directly, no matter where they are at the time, home or field. More than 300 years later, the rectangle leather drum still hangs there as recorded in the history books.
鼓楼是寨子里面群众的公共的一种建筑，主要用于开展文化娱乐活动、群众交往，还和那个休闲娱乐，还有那个讨论寨子里面重大事情的地方。
哦，平常人们不许随便上去敲这鼓。
平常不准上去。 主要是发生什么重大的事情，比如有什么重要的事情要通知，或者发生什么火灾啦、水灾啦，还有盗贼的 这个兵匪呀、作乱呐，这个寨老让他上去敲，通知寨民。他这个鼓点子有很多种，它分别不同的情况。
那咱们老百姓都听得懂？
都听得懂。如果发生火灾是另外一种啊，是一种敲打的办法。点子。如果是发生了这个要议论什么事情，要召集大家开会了，那是很柔和的，大家听到就行，一听到就知道什么事儿了。
In common days, the drum tower is the place for rest and recreation. People will chat before the fireplace in their spare time. The drum tower is a wooden structure and it's connected with wedges. The basement is usually square, yet some are a hexagon shape. It is for practical use. The upper part is formed with layers of roofs and flying eaves, which are part of the decoration. These decorative roofs are singular and vary from 3 to 15. The decorative roofs have 4, 6, or 8 faces, and each roof has flying eaves. The tower roof comes in 2 shapes, pyramid and pointed. No matter what the drum tower is, pavilion style or pagoda style, each has their unique features. Most drum towers are multi-poled 4, 6, or 8, but most will use 4 big fir poles as the main support. These poles reach up to the ceiling. No iron nails are used in the construction. The whole building is held together safe and fast with wooden wedges and bolts. We can't help but marvel at the Dong ancestors' outstanding architectural skills. In the center of the drum tower is a fireplace which is surrounded by long benches. The girds and walls are decorated with vivid patterns such as phoenixes, dragons, insects, and flowers. For the Dong people, it is both a noble place for big events and a holy place for dancing and poem chanting. The drum tower can't go alone without a wind-rain bridge, for the two are both symbols of the Dong culture. Legend has it that once there was no bridge in this area and people went across the river with guiding ropes. In bad weather, even the young men dare not to venture. There was once a couple in the Dong village and they hadn't a baby after 2 years of marriage. They were troubled despite their well-off life. Then came one day, a magpie flew to them and told them, "Don't worry, I can help. When the babies come down from the heaven to the world, they have to go across the river. Yet their legs are too short to get across. Build a bridge for them, and they will be okay." The couple did so, and they also built a cover for the bridge to shield the baby from the rain and wind. They did get a baby the next year. This is the folklore about the covered bridge. The story is a bit odd, but in reality it does shield people from the wind and rain and facilitates the river crossing. The Wind Rain Bridge is of a wooden frame and stone piers. Its walls and eaves are carved with patterns. Long benches are put along the walls so passengers can have a rest. It is not only a shield from the wind and rain, but also the place for the New Harvest Festival, or Weye. Weye is an interchange between villages. It is said that once the Dong ancestors were invaded by an enemy. Before they retreated into the mountains, they took some unripe grains for food. So, in the New Harvest Festival, the Dong women will also cook some wild herbs to honor the memory of their ancestors. At the end of the Weye, a long table feast will be held to treat guests from other villages. The date of the Weye is set several days ahead, so there is time for preparations. In the feast, villagers from both sides communicate and exchange toasts. Amid the laughter and the singing, they enhance their friendships. The Dong people still keep their ancient marriage customs. It's their distinction from other nationalities. Their marriages start at loving, followed by the engagement, and eventually the wedding. The wedding is low-key, though. The bride walks to her husband's home in casual wear, without any silver decorations on the head. The most peculiar point is that the bride will return to her parents' home several days later, and only after she conceives will she stay with her husband. Lo Xiaonong is an example. She had her baby 2 years after her marriage. Today, her baby is 1 month old, and she has returned to her parents' home for the celebration. She will leave the parents from this day on. Villagers crowd her home for the celebration. Her parents are all smiles. They cheerfully give her gift money in red bags. Villagers also give red bags. Her parents feast with the guests with fragrant 5-colored rice and delicious dishes with sweet rice wine. From now on, the young couple will stay with their baby forever. After the feast, it's time to bid farewell. Lo Xiaonong will take all her belongings with her. The newly reaped grain is the last she will share in her parents' home. The color TV and other electrical home appliances were purchased before and have only been trusted in her parents' home. Today is the time to take them away also. Of course, together with the dowry and gifts. The clothes closet is a bit bulky, but life can't go without these things, can it? The Dong dance and music have a long history. In the 12th century, poet Lu Yu of the Song dynasty already recorded their dancing scenes in his book, Lao Shui An Bi Ji. Hundreds of geilaos gathered together with Lusheng players as the lead, singing hand in hand. The Dong ancestors by chance found that the berry juice is beneficial and can be used as a fermented drink. Perhaps this began their brewing. Dong wine is made from sticky rice. It is mild and sweet like some soft drinks, but if the guests are moved by the host's hospitality and the beautiful song of Dong girls, it is intoxicating all the same. The Dong songs have beautiful tones and rhymes. Dage, literally big song, is also known as galao or gama in Dong language, and it is a type of chorus. The leading singer starts first. When her voice trails off, the rest join in. The most peculiar feature of the Dage is that it's performed without accompaniment. It is the highest state of singing. These singers are all country girls and grown women. They sing for the nature in their beautiful voices. The Dongs are good singers. Their daga is the cream of their songs. It is both a beautiful melody and of high literature value. It tells of the life in ancient Dong society and is a great pleasure to hear. With their singing, the Wind Rain Bridge and the flaring fire pool in the drum tower come back to our eyes again. We can see the smiling faces of the Dong people in the field and in the sunset. With their beautiful songs and their elegant buildings, they sing for the nature and their lives.